vital difference. First, let's ask our guest, Dara Massico, who's a senior fellow at the Russia and Eurasia program at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace. She joins me from Washington, D.C. Dara, always good to see you. So first of all, your reaction to President Biden finally greenlighting the use of long-range ATACMS missiles. This has been something that military experts have been pushing for the administration to do for months now. Obviously, it goes without saying the Ukrainians have been making the same ask. How significant is this development?
Well, I think it is a significant shift, and I would agree with you that I think it's a bit overdue. They will make a difference. Every successful strike does, but I think the maximum effectiveness of these type of systems is probably past. The Russians have already adapted with electronic warfare or jamming and air defense systems, but I do think that it's going to alleviate some of the pressure in some of the most problematic parts of the front. It will just depend on how many missiles they are given.
Well, I was going to ask you, and how much does it depend on the quantity of missiles that are delivered? Is this more of a symbolic gesture or change in policy, or is it something where you could see real inroads made, specifically as it relates to Kursk, where it appears that is where the U.S. thus far is limiting the use of these weapons. Russia have been gaining ground in the battle there, and since the last few weeks, we've now known that North Korean forces have joined Russian forces in Kursk. Do you see this as potentially a game changer in giving Ukraine the ability to at least gain the upper hand in that battle?
Well, I think we can talk about the benefits for Kursk, and Russia was really the first one to escalate that particular conflict there by introducing combatants from another country. So what ATACMS can do in that region is take some of the pressure off of what is an increasingly difficult proposition for Ukrainian forces. ATACMS can target artillery depots or rocket depots quite successfully. But unfortunately, the Russians have moved some of their more lucrative targets, like fighter jets, well beyond the range of ATACMS, so there is a limitation there. I think what it will allow the Ukrainians to do is take some of that pressure off Russia's on-the-ground offensive or counteroffensive that they are initiating right now. But ultimately, I don't know if the number supplied to the Ukrainians is enough to really give them full breathing space up there in Kursk.
The difference between the two weapon systems and why it was ATACMS specifically that Ukraine was pressing for?
Sure. So the change in this is a change of range. So previously, they have been allowed to shoot the shorter range ATACMS into Russia and other parts of the front line. That has a range of about 50 kilometers or so. This new range actually extends it out to around 190 miles. So that gives them the ability to look further into Russia and target things previously out of range. And then the other benefit is those HIMARS launchers, they can actually pull them farther back from the front line to help them survive.